Welcome back to SMNI. This is Business and Politics. We're talking to Kong Marissa. If I might call you that.
Yes, of course.
Let me circle back to something you mentioned earlier, which is the social cost. And I think this is very timely kasi it's Christmas, right? And typically this time of year, we hear about stories of people becoming more depressed because of the holidays. But I think this is especially true for our OFWs who are working abroad because they're far away from their families, diba? And then they're facing, challenging employment situations. But what are some of the probably problems that you've been hearing about that maybe we should know about here? What are some of those social costs that you mentioned earlier?
You know, Klink, ang daming social costs that the people, lalo na yung mga familia ng ating mga OFW should know. They should ponder and they should reflect on themselves. Number one, especially itong Christmas na to, our OFWs are really toiling hard para mapuno ang mga balikbayan boxes nila. And every year, we have 5.5 million boxes na dumarating, especially 65% pag mga Burman, September, October, November, December, in time for Christmas.
Right.
Eto, nandun yung mga personal effects, toiletries, gadgets, whatever.
Noche Buena.
Noche Buena.
Yeah.
Kung minsan may mga perishable items dito, mga chocolates, mga canned goods, na pwede na mag-expire at any given time. Meron tayong isang OFW, nagpadala siya ng May, ng balikbayan box, nagpadala ng June, November dumating ng Maynila, and wala pa ring balikbayan boxes na dumarating sa kanya. That's just one. Number two, yung ibang balikbayan boxes, nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding because ibang address na nakalagay, ibang pangalan na nakalagay. You were saying earlier. So, same address but different name yung dapat na tumanggap. So, minsan, pwede ho ba mga kababayan, pag magpapadala naman kayo, siguraduhin yung tama ang recipient, address, and name. Ang nangyari, nagkaroon ng gulo, nandun yung address, iba namang may bahay ang nakakuha.
Is there a policy gap here? Is there something, a legislation that can help address that? Or is it more of consumer awareness?
I think, Klink, it will be more of consumer awareness because I think if we will have in aid of legislation, magkakaroon ng napaka-controversial na issue ito.
Yeah, but we were talking about, the funny thing about the address, it's a serious topic.
Yes, it is.
And it has to do with the social cost. And, the OFW, the typical story is the OFW goes abroad, toils abroad, diba? Sends home money, and then when they come back, their families are broken.
Yes.
What are some of those problems that you've been hearing about, and what can be done from Congress?
Definitely, yun na nga, nagpapakahirap ang ating mga OFWs to earn money. Para sa pamilya nila, pag uwi, they have a decent home, they have a little business, they have somebody that they can take care of them, especially when they're old already. Kasi pagka may time bracket yan, kung 60 years old ka, hindi ka na pwede yata ngayon sa abroad. So the same thing with us, may mga retirement period yan. So ano dapat? Dapat matuto yung ating mga families left behind ng financial literacy. We, sa ating OFW Party-List, Klink, we are having continuous seminars and trainings on financial literacy. Bukod sa ating knowledgeable mga people, mga staff ng Congress, we have schools that are helping and supporting us. That's number one. Kasi this is learning on how to do and budget the money that you are receiving. You just cannot waste it on credit cards, on gadgets, whatever, unnecessary things. Or yung malulong tayo sa mga bisyo na hindi naman dapat. Na yun ang nangyayari sa mga absentee parents, Klink. Ay, naku, wala naman si mama, wala naman si ganito. So, ano pa, saan kami, they are getting some, sabing ng happy life, happy moment pag nagagamit nila itong mga ganitong mga prescription. Merong umuwi na OFW, 15, 18 years, umuwi ng Pilipinas. Ano, ang nakakahiya, ang nakakaawa, naiiyak ako nung sinabing, tumawag ko, hindi po ako kilala ng anak ko.
Oh, wow.
And I'm making tabi sa gabi sa kanya, and she's crying out loud. Ang gusto sa yaya. We don't mind, kasi mahal yaya. For so many years, siya nag-alaga. Second parent mo. Pero gano'ng kasakit sa isang tunay na ina na ayaw sa'yo ng anak mo, na iniwanan mo sanggol pa. Dahil wala kang gatas na ibibigay, wala kang ipang-tuition, wala kang medical na ibibigay sa kanya. I have to go abroad and make money. Ngayon, iniwanan pa ng asawa.
Right.
So, ang social cost is terrible.
Yeah.
Broken family, naliligaw na landas ang mga anak.
Yeah.
Ang edukasyon napapabayaan.
Yeah.
Marami nagkakaroon ng mental dysfunction.
Right.
Ang iba napapariwara at nagiging biktima ng human trafficking because nobody to guide them.
Right.
Kung merong mga nag-guide, minsan kung sino pa yung pinaka-guardian nila, yung pa ang nakukuha ng mga headhunters natin para maging biktima ng human trafficking. Yung iba na pinadadalang pera, dapat na iniipon, inilalagay sa pag-aaral, inilalagay sa savings or sa bahay na hinuhulugan, anong nangyayari? Nagkakaroon pa ng scam, nabibiktima pa ng mga money scam na yan ay tututukan din natin dahil sa dami ng mga problema dumarating sa opisina natin, Klink. And ang social cost nito is irreversible. Very true. Ang remittance natin, 34.884 billion US dollars. Almost 9% ng GDP ng Pilipinas. That's why our economy is afloat. But hindi mo maibabalik ang pagkakaisa, ang pagmamahalan at pagkakabuo ng isang pamilya.
So what can be done? Is it too late or should we just do something to prevent the next generation from repeating the cycle? Diba yung generational na OFW?
Yes.
Is that the more realistic or is there something that can be done now?
Definitely, Klink. There's always something that we can do. Because why? Meron tayong sinasabi na ang gobyerno natin, and I would like to give this to President Bongbong Marcos, na he is very much aware of our OFWs. Hindi naman, not undermining dating President Duterte. He started the OFW Hospital, the OFW Bank, DMW, of course.
Yeah.
But now with President Bongbong Marcos, I should say that even the State of the Nation SONA, July 25, he reiterated in his speech the OFWs must be supported, ganyan-ganyan, na gusto natin tulungan sila, and so on and so forth. That's the very reason why we have the Department of Migrant Workers Reintegration Program, job placements.
Okay.
Kailan lang nagkaroon po tayo po naging guest of honor and speaker ng Department of Migrant Workers during their job placement fair. At nakita po natin, nakapila mga tao para gustong magkaroon ng decenteng hanap buhay. That's one good step that our government is asking, and definitely we will do that also with our OFW Party-List. Number 2, yung reintegration program, the Department of Migrant Workers, the OWA, and the other agencies involving the MW, we had a policy dialogue that they will be open for every returning OFWs to at least receive a reintegration program.
Okay.
But, Klink, they do not want it as much as possible. They are discouraging yung isa-isa. Gusto nila maging minimum of 15 na they will get together, form a group, meron silang livelihood, at ifa-fund ng OWA through DMW.
Okay.
But they have to have the concept of livelihood. Kaya sabi ko sa mga members, leaders ng OFW Party-List and non-members, na kailangan pong magbuo kayo, mag-aral kayo, bigay niyo yung concept paper natin, and we will make sure that the DMW and the OWA will fund the project.
So where does OFW Party-List come in? Are you introducing new bills for that, or are you maybe helping it move along the system in Congress so that it's well-crafted and funded? Where's the intervention?
Yeah, the intervention of OFW Party-List, first, our kababayans come to our office. Where do we get the reintegration program? The thing is, the information dissemination, they do not know what to do. They do not know where to go. They do not know whom to talk to. Our OFW Party-List is the one intervening. Tayo yung mediation, but also we supported that this is part of the project and the budget that we supported in the 19th Congress to have a budget for the reintegration program of our returning OFWs and the retired OFWs. And kung tutuusin, yun ang napakalaking, sabihin nating achievement natin sa Kongreso na talagang alam nila na luluha-luha si Admin Arnel Ignacio during the budget deliberation, nung pinaglaban ko at medyo naging emotional pa ako at medyo lumakas yata ang boses ko, that I'm fully supporting the budget.
You were very passionate about it.
Yes, of the Department of Migrant Workers, and I should say na successful naman.
Right.
Very successful.
But what's going to be different? Because the reintegration initiative of government has been around for many administrations now,
yes,
diba? And
yes.
We hear it every time there's a new leader elected in Malacanang, but it seems to there seems to be some elements missing because it doesn't, my perception,
Yes,
and correct
yes.
me if I'm wrong, and
Nah.
I'm not sure if it's fair to say, but parang it's having a difficult time taking off. Is that a fair thing to say, or I'm just not appreciating what's being done?
I think I agree with you, Klink.
Okay.
Because in every department, in every agency, hindi mo masasabing 100% effective yan.
Okay.
Ang masasabi ko lang, they are doing their best, but maybe the best is not yet good enough.
Okay.
But then, we just have to give a better hope
Okay.
for this new transition, itong DMW, to take off.
Yeah.
They maybe 1 year or 1 year and a half, this will really go up.
Yeah.
The ladder para masabing we are doing the best that we can to be able to service our OFWs. But we in Congress, the OFW Party-List, in aid of legislation, and I filed a bill on that we will monitor, we will check on the agency's performance, and we will have to wait whether they are doing their best, whether they're doing what they have to do for the service of the people, and if not, we will make kalabit to them.
Okay.
Because we have the oversight committee function, being the assistant minority leader, and we're friends, but of course, we also have to do business for the service of the people.
Yeah. We'll dig deeper into that, but before that, we'll have to take another break. This is Business and Politics. We're talking to Congresswoman Marissa del Mar Magsino. We'll be right back.